Da wären wir wieder und weiter geht's. Jetzt gucken wir uns hier das Mittelfeld an. Mit diesem werten Herrn Kollegen und dem Häufchen Elend da vorne. Aber ich habe etwas auf dem Tisch gesehen. Boston Police District 4. Squid oh Gott, ey. Squid Patribus sit Deus Nobis. Deus Nobis. First in the Nation. Notizbuch. Officer Tyler Hale. Ethan Adams, 40, Concierge, Butler, gutes Verhältnis mit den Moores. Am Tatort anwesend. Moore kam gegen 2 Uhr morgens zurück, verwundet, mit Bodyguards. Brauche mehr Infos, aber Mr. Adams stand unter Schock. Fühlt sich schuldig, denkt er hätte mehr tun sollen. Loyal, professionell, freundlich, oldschool, akribisch, gebildet. So, erzähl mir was.
I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
Das überlässt du mal schön mir. Ja? Ich bin der FBI-Vampir. Da liegt was auf der Rückseite. Mal kurz gucken hier.
Somebody slept here. What a mess. Nobody's done the cleaning in ages.
Gut. Erzähl mir was.
Mr. Adams.
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Einschüchtern? Oh, könnte ich. Oder Präsenz ihn beruhigen. Aber das kostet mich 3 Blut. Ah, hier. Erfolg 23. Komm hier.
Mr. Adams, you need to calm down. You're not responsible for it. We all know that. So, come on now. I need some answers.
You've got a heart made of stone, sir. Go ahead. Ask away. Ask your damn questions.
Ja, Himmel, es ist ein Mord. Sag mal.
What do you want to know?
Stell dich mal nicht so an hier. So harsch habe ich es jetzt nun auch nicht formuliert. Weichei.
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, Were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you think she could have been having an affair?
She's a very respectable woman who loves her husband very much. I don't know what sick kind of world you live in.
And you would certainly not like to find out.
They had their ups and downs, just like any couple. The staff had noticed that she went to Costa Rica fairly often without her husband.
Was she thinking of leaving him?
Not at all. Just the opposite. She begged him to spend more time with her and their daughter.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
I imagine the girl left with her mother.
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
What do you mean by acting tough?
More than once I overheard them talking to Mr. Moore, like they were his boss. The world upside down.
They worked for us, just like your dear Mr. Moore.
I hope they won't find another job anytime soon.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those 2 goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
Does the name Fortress Security mean anything to you?
Does it ever? Hard to forget them. They came out here last year to work on a project for about 2 weeks. And Mrs. Moore had interior designers here just about every season. But this time, the workers showed no respect for the common areas. There were 4 of them, and I can tell you, they made quite a mess. I had to clean up the debris and plaster they left behind them for weeks.
Any idea what they were working on?
No. I mind my own business.
4 workers here for 2 weeks who left behind loads of debris and plaster. They weren't here for a small project.
Ja, ich würde mal behaupten, dass das länger dauern würde. So ein Panic Room, der ist bestimmt nicht mit 4 Mann in 2 Wochen gemacht. Ist ja nicht so irgendwie, dass da jetzt mal eben so ein paar Trockenbauer daherkommen.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes. Using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original.
Ja, gib her. Ja, ja.
Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Gut. Jetzt haben wir diese Concierge-Magnetkarte. Vielleicht, ich denke nicht. Das wäre zu viel des Zufalls. Aber man weiß ja nicht. Vielleicht ist das ja so eine Generalkarte. Oh, da guckt an. Das ist ja mal hässlich, ey. Boah, ist das greiselig. Abstellkammer hier. Ja. Wenn das Hitman wäre, würden wir hier jetzt eine Packung Rattengift finden. Aber wir finden... Doch, hier passiert was.
Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests.
Jo. Ja. Er ist noch am Kotzen. Wasch.
Wet laundry. Mold. It's been here for several days.
Wir immer noch nichts über Hilda gefunden haben. Ich hoffe, dass wir in der Tiefgarage irgendwas über Hilda finden. Das wird mich jetzt echt ärgern, wenn wir von allen Erstgeborenen was finden, nur von der einen wieder nicht.
Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant. Part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
He?
What?
You said he must have been in a hurry. You're saying it was a man.
Oh, no. It just slipped out without thinking. It could have been a woman. Do you think it was the murderer?
We're not sure of anything at this point. I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
Dann sind das aber Beschleunigungsspuren und keine Bremsspuren. Das sollte ein Polizist eigentlich wissen. Außerdem, wieso laufen da Streifenpolizisten überall rum und keine Spurensicherung?
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Der Typ sieht gruselig aus. Erzähl mir nix.
Nothing yet.
Ah! So, dann kann ich ja ruhig schlafen heute. Herrin, obwohl sie nicht direkt in die Finanzwelt involviert ist, hat Hilda McAndrews ein feines Gespür dafür, ihr Vermögen einzusetzen. Sie weiß genau, was sie will und wie sie es bekommt, was unsere Interaktionen recht einfach macht. Ihr Geschäft als Kunsthändlerin ist ziemlich konventionell, obwohl der Umfang ihrer Geschäfte größer ist als bei jedem meiner anderen Kunden. Mrs. McAndrews hat sehr deutlich gemacht, dass sie ihre persönlichen Akquisitionen, die sie in ihrer privaten Sammlung aufbewahrt, von den Stücken, die sie zu Investitionszwecken erwirbt, unterscheiden möchte. In diesem Zusammenhang gebe ich zu, dass ich von ihrem Wissen auf diesem Gebiet beeindruckt bin. Es geschieht sehr selten, dass sie Geschäfte mit Verlust macht, und wenn, dann wird der Verlust sofort durch einen wahren Meisterstreich kompensiert. Sie überlässt nichts dem Zufall, was für einen Vermögensverwalter beruhigend ist, besonders wenn es um so große Beträge geht. Der Rest ihrer täglichen Transaktion spiegelt den üblichen Lebensstil einer Person ihres Ranges innerhalb ihrer angesehenen Organisation wider. In dieser Hinsicht gibt es nicht viel zu berichten. Mrs. McAndrews mag schöne Dinge und das spiegelt sich auch in ihren Ausgaben wider. Was ihre Stiftung, die Rosemont Society, angeht, sieht Mrs. McAndrews es vor, jede einzelne Transaktion selbst zu betreuen. Für sie kommt nicht in Frage, dass ich vertrauenswürdige Manager damit beauftrage. Der einzige Spielraum, der mir eingeräumt wird, betrifft die rein finanzielle Seite, um die sie sich nicht kümmert. Die Aktivitäten der Stiftung sind ganz auf die Kunst ausgerichtet. Stipendien für Schulen in der ganzen Welt, Veranstaltung von Konferenzen und Ausstellungen in wichtigen Kulturzentren, Spenden an gemeinnützige Organisationen, Künstlerresidenzen, Wettbewerbe. Auch wenn sie in der Öffentlichkeit nicht allzu bekannt ist, ist die Rosewood Society ein wichtiger Akteur in der Kunstwelt. Dazu ist natürlich eine beträchtliche Finanzkraft erforderlich, weshalb die Stiftung um die größten Vermögensbesitzer und Unternehmer der Welt buhlt, die Anerkennung suchen oder einfach nur ihr Image aufpolieren wollen. Selbstverständlich gibt es im Gegenzug auch einige Gegenleistungen, wie zum Beispiel kostenlos zur Verfügung gestellte Kunstwerke von Nachwuchskünstlern oder Einladungen zu Wohltätigkeitsgalas für die gute Presse sorgen. Kürzlich wurde sogar Mr. Beryl Underwood von Frau McAndrews angesprochen, um ihn zu finanziellen Beiträgen für die Stiftung anzuregen. Sie scheinen gemeinsam eine Organisation gegründet zu haben, die sich mit Kunsthandel beschäftigt. Ich habe alle Dokumente beigefügt, die zur Bestätigung dieser Aktivitäten erforderlich sind.
Hilda's planned for everything, even her eventual end.
Es gibt eine spezielle Angelegenheit, die Ihre Aufmerksamkeit erfordert. Miss McAndrews hat mich gebeten, eine Art Testament für Sie aufzusetzen. Ich war von der Bitte an sich überrascht, da ich kein Anwalt bin und keine Erfahrung mit der Erstellung dieser Art von Dokumenten habe. Und angesichts ihrer Langlebigkeit war ich davon ausgegangen, dass Erbschaften kein Thema sind, das Sie groß beschäftigt. Dies ist jedoch nicht die Fragestellung, auf die ich Ihre Aufmerksamkeit lenken will. Vielmehr wollte ich Sie über die Identität des Begünstigten des größten Teils von Miss McAndrews Vermögen in Kenntnis setzen. Ihr Hab und Gut soll einem gewissen einem gewissen Lewis vermacht werden, den ich nicht das Vergnügen habe, kennengelernt zu haben, der aber, wie es scheint, relativ wenig mit ihrem Hof zu tun hat. Es scheint mir mit Risiken belastet, dass im Falle des Ablebens von Miss McAndrews so viele Vermögenswerte aus ihrem Einflussbereich entfernt werden würden. Ich empfehle in dieser Angelegenheit äußerste Wachsamkeit. Ihr Diener in Ewigkeit, J. Moore. Ein gewisser MM. Gut, wenn ich den Namen MM Lewis, na gut, Lewis ist der Nachname, das hat nichts zu heißen. Wenn ich MM, ja, weiß ich nicht. Würde ich jetzt auch nicht wissen. Hätte ich ja 50-50 Chance. Oder ach nee, es sind ja jetzt mittlerweile sind es ja irgendwie über 70, ja. Möglichkeiten. Da blickt doch keine Sau mehr durch.
Still looking.
Du erzählst mir immer noch nichts. Hier ist auch nichts. Hier sind seine seine Beschleunigungsspuren. Kann ich aber nicht untersuchen hier, gell? Also er ist hier raus. Und dann ist er hier links.
Right.
Hier ist auch nichts. Da sitzt der Kollege. Das ist das Tor offensichtlich.
Even starving, I wouldn't touch
Du
that.
trinkst das jetzt.
Feeding on
So,
that is beneath a kindred. A vehicle ran into the wall.
Na, das passt aber nicht so mit dieser Reifenspur hier irgendwie zusammen. Ne? Das sieht irgendwie komisch aus. Er hat kein Nummernschild. Na, da schau an. Da komme ich nicht ran. Ah. Aber ich habe die Option Schlüssel verwenden. Das heißt, du bestimmt irgendwo einen Schlüssel dafür her. Kleide der Mitarbeiter. Was bedeutet das grüne Zeichen? Ich hab's vergessen.
Even access to the trash is restricted here.
Wyatt, du warst nicht hier und ich konnte schon wieder nicht an die Müllcontainer. Würde es dich umbringen, die Tür offen zu lassen? Ein paar von uns müssen auch arbeiten. Öffnung untersuchen.
No. That's impossible. I have to find a way to open it. Can't be forced. I have to find a way to open it. Locked.
Ah, der hat ja aus der
I
Küche,
have to find a way to open it.
aus der Küche ja was runtergeworfen. Irgendwas Blutiges.
Can't be
Das
forced.
wird sicherlich hier in diese Kisten fallen. Aber hier braucht man ja für alles einen Schlüssel. Macht's mich wahnsinnig. Und ich habe 2 Durstpunkte. So.
Hello, Mr. Bizori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith. Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. That's not very honorable.
What? But
Stay the way you are.
How can you say that? You're like a god to me.
Quit dreaming. Immortality is a curse. Believe me. You should enjoy the fact that you can still stand the sunlight. What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The 6th floor tenant left around 11. At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened? What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen it in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen him since.
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Mr. Missouri, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
Wieso wir jetzt die Milder aufmachen können? Ich glaube, besagt. Ja. 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 Das ist nicht so, nicht so. Komm. Jawohl.
You sure you want to piss me off, Wyatt?
No. Of course not, Mr. Missouri. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened, and...
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Missouri. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
Before I get really angry, do you want to tell me what the hell is going on?
I'm scared, Mr. Missouri. Scared of what you're gonna think when you see what I've been doing in there. I didn't mean any disrespect.
You're not doing a very good job. Get a grip, man.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Missouri.
Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I've already wasted enough time with you.
I can't just open the door for you like that. I really can't.
Really?
You've got to understand. I can't let you see what's inside.
Oh, du gehst mir auf den Sack, ey. Mach halt auf.
I've been sent by the Prince of Boston. Do you really think I owe you anything?
That's not what I meant.
You talk too much. Open the door.
Right away.
All right, it's open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's got to survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. But I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare?
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
Where did you find King's blood?
You can find anything on the black market, you know.
So you're not sure it's actually his blood?
Yes, it is. I had it tested. And when I used it in one of my formulas, the effects were off the charts. It took me a week to come down, and I still don't know if it was real. That guy was something else. One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri.
Da, das Auto. Hehe. Hat er noch irgendwas zu erzählen?
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
You're curious, aren't you? Usually, you hunt us down without asking any questions.
There are rules, Wyatt.
Yeah, but I never asked to be this way. If you look at it that way, I'm innocent, if that means anything to you.
You've got a point. Your sire is the guilty one.
Yeah. You can't judge a child for his parents' crime.
I know. You shouldn't be hunted. So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
It sucks. Yeah, I can still go outside during the day, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. The descendants just can't understand. Sure, it's nice.
More than nice. I've been roaming the night since 1745. Do you have even the slightest idea what that does to you? How it changes you, without even realizing it, without wanting to. It eats at you from the inside.
But I'm still not complete. So, if I had to choose, I'd rather live at night and be like you. Thin bloods are the dregs of society. We're always wondering what's gonna happen to us. You, of all people, should know that. If we want to be like you, even a little bit, we have to come up with potions that have a temporary effect. Happy to help.
Okay. Und jetzt gucken wir noch in das Auto rein. Was habe ich jetzt? Ausrüstung, dünnblütige Wache.
There's nothing in it.
Nichts drin. Nichts Besonderes drin. Gut, das war schon fast klar. Dann sind wir jetzt auch schon wieder fertig. Bis zur nächsten Folge.